So you've been practicing NoFap. Congratulations. You are part of the small percentage of men who are bettering themselves, improving themselves. And for that, I want to acknowledge you. And I also want to thank you. You may be doing it for you. You may recognize, I need to get this out of my life. Pornography and masturbation. I need to become a self-controlled man. But the reason I'm thanking you is because it doesn't just affect you. You see, we're all connected. And the stronger you become, and the better man you become, and the more high value you become, then guess what? So does everybody else around you, because that's how it works. So we're all feeling the ripple effect and the benefit of your journey. Now, I want to share with you why you may be struggling in that journey, why you may be feeling irritated, angry, frustrated, and continuously relapsing. It's something that I had to learn, and I learned to overcome it, and I want to share with you how I did it. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Nikola Daz, and I help men master their S3X energy and 10 times their leadership power within 4 months. Now, if you're ready to take the next steps with me, go ahead and take advantage of the free S3X Transmutation Guide. It's a free program. I'll give you a routine plus a whole lot of information on the power of S3X energy and how it can be used consciously in your life. And if you're really ready to take the next steps, go ahead and book a free call with me. Let's jump on a Zoom chat. Let's talk about where you're at and where you want to go. And I could share with you some of the training programs available. NoFap is an amazing thing. I'm so happy that this is taking off. Unfortunately, the harsh reality is that most men are failing at it, struggling with it, and giving up because they don't recognize that it's not good enough just to do NoFap in this age. Now, it would be good enough. This is not putting NoFap down, but it would be good enough if you grew up in a very self-controlled environment and you grew up without pornography, without masturbation, you were already self-control, then great. You don't need me. You don't need this work. But if you're like me and you discovered masturbation at 9, 10 years old, like 90% or 95 or 99% of men on this planet right now have, then you've been jerking off for a long time. Maybe you've been jerking off daily for years. Most men have. Some men twice a day. Some men a few times a week, sometimes a few times a month. It doesn't matter your starting point. What matters is that you're here and that you're aware and smart enough that you know that you need to master this. That's all that matters. So whatever's happened in the past, it's done. Let's start new. Take this video as a refresh, a restart, a rejuvenation. Let's look forward. Now, it's not good enough just to practice NoFap, mainly because your body over a long period of time has been trained unconsciously through watching pornography, through masturbation, to deplete its energy as soon as you start retaining. Because what happens when you start retaining, you give up fapping, is that you're going to start to build an amount of sexual energy in you. You're going to start to build semen in you. And because this semen has generally been depleted, as soon as you feel that, oh, I'm horny, I go deplete it. Oh, I feel that tension, I go deplete it. Oh, I need a stress relief, I go deplete it. Because of all that, your body is essentially, it's like muscle memory. It doesn't know what to do. And because it's like, okay, you're building up all this semen, but normally you deplete it, it starts to turn into raw lust. So so now all of a sudden, all you're doing is thinking about S3X all day long. And now you're like, oh, maybe I need to watch some girls online, or maybe I need to go on, OnlyFans. Maybe I start messaging chicks. Maybe you got whatever your outlet is. You start, it starts controlling you. You start acting upon it. And then if you retain a little bit more because you're like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. No, I'm not doing it. Then what ends up happening is you end up going, okay, now I'm starting to get frustrated. Now I'm starting to get pent up energy. Now I'm mad. Now I just want to hit somebody. Now I want to hit a wall. Now I'm angry. Now I'm frustrated. Now I'm miserable. Because lust, when it is not expressed. So this isn't about repression. See, what most people do on NoFap is that they're just simply trying to repress it. Sexual energy is not meant to be repressed. It's creative force and power. It's meant to be expressed. But it doesn't have to just be expressed through S3X. That's the secret. So what happens is, because most of us only know how to express it in a sexual way, we end up going back and jerking off because we're like, after 7 days, you're like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's out. Whew, thank goodness. Oh, cleared up that. I can get back to work. But what you're actually doing is depleting yourself of your very masculine essence and life force, your ability to attract. Women know subconsciously whether a man is self-controlled, full of vira. Vira means strength, potency, power. It's in your eyes. It's in your voice. It's in your handshake. It comes out as your charisma, your smile, your ability to flirt, your ability to connect. It's in the way you walk. A man with strength walks with swag. He's got confidence. He walks into a room and people are like, "Whoa, who's that guy?" When most people walk into a room, nobody gives a shit. Nobody notices because they have no vira, no strength, no potency. And that's because they've depleted it, either with masturbation or some other vice, drugs, alcohol. So nobody with potency gets opportunities. Nobody opens the door for you. Chicks don't come around. And people don't want to hire you. People don't want to buy your services. Nobody wants to listen to your knowledge. You may have great art, great athletics, great knowledge. You may have so much gifts that you're meant to bring to the world. But unless you have potency, power to actually unleash it, then it lives dormant and it goes to waste. How many dreams, how many hopes, how many goals, how many wishes are lying in the burial ground, instead of helping transform and move this world into a better, brighter future? So lust, when it's unchecked, turns into frustration and anger. And when that frustration and anger takes over, it then turns into unintelligence or loss of memory, meaning your mind isn't working as sharp anymore. That's when you do dumb things. Right? That's when you act upon your energy and you know you shouldn't be acting in that way, but that's when you do it. You're now unintelligent, because intelligence means you know how to act. You know how to carry yourself properly as a human being. You're not just acting upon your instincts. You're not a hog. A hog bangs their sister. A hog will bang anything. You want a hog body? You just be lusty and you get a hog's body. You have a human body. You have higher intelligence, consciousness. And when that memory is lost, that intelligence is lost, then you descend into lower than animal life, hog life, dog life, cat life. It's total slave to your senses. Total slave, easy to control, easy to manipulate. How do you know if that's you? You're drowning in debt. You're not making money. You got vices. Maybe parts of you are good, but parts of you are struggling. You're full of conflict. Your relationship's disconnected. Those are all symptoms that you have descended into a lower form of consciousness than what you're capable of. So what is the solution? See, when I learned all this, so I was practicing NoFap just like you, but I was struggling and I kept going back. In fact, there was a portion where I was practicing NoFap and I would actually start watching more porn. I was like, oh, I just can't get sex off my mind. I just want it all the time. And it was distracting me from my work and from being everything that I'm designed to be, from earning, from leading, from being connected, from being a great lover in the bedroom. If you're depleted of your energy, it doesn't even feel as good when you do have sex because all of your potency is gone. So you don't even perform well there. So even sex becomes dissatisfying, that you need more porn. In fact, there's so many men now who have said, I'm more interested in my hand than my woman. I can't get off on my woman. I can't see a beautiful woman and appreciate her. That's sad. And it's depressing. And it makes us full of weakness. So what I learned is that because most of us have been ultimately masturbating from such a young age, we need to retrain our bodies. You need to retrain the way your energy flows in your body. Like if you have weak muscles, you have to go to the gym and go through a process of gaining strength. Similarly, you have to go through a process of retraining your body and your energy to actually, so your body becomes used to having tons of potency and vibrancy, tons of creative energy, and you have to retrain it to flow upwards in your body so that your heart opens up, so your balls, your heart, and your brain become connected and one. Your energy is no longer flowing downwards. It's now flowing upwards in the body. It's nourishing your organs, revitalizing your cells, revitalizing your health. And with vibrancy and health, guess what? Higher intelligence, higher consciousness, motivation, strength, attractive ability. Now the chicks want to come around. Now you see a woman and you could just respect her and you can honor her. And if you're going to have S3X with her, it's going to be a great time because you're actually going to be able to give to her, not just take from her. And outside the bedroom, you're going to be full of creative energy and potency, which is going to be poured into your work. So next thing you know, you're getting more done. You're more efficient. That means promotion. That means opportunity. That means favor coming into your life. That means you're now a man of value. Man of value means those around you find you valuable. And guess what? We pay that which is valuable. And ultimately, a closer connection with God and spiritual life. You become fulfilled. You don't just see, pleasure is okay, but pleasure isn't happiness. Happiness comes from service, contributing, and as men, it comes from building, providing, protecting, producing, becoming powerful, having connections, friends, social circles, a well-rounded life, being connected to something greater than ourselves, to the divine. That's happiness. That's fulfillment. And when you're full of that, then pleasure no longer runs you. When pleasure comes, it's like, it's like a cherry on top. So you can live a life of happiness and have no pleasure, but you can't live a life of pleasure and have happiness. Because if you're constantly chasing pleasure, you're depleting your ability to be fulfilled. So that's the exchange. That's the decision you have to make. So if you're ready to transmute that energy, if you want to do more than just do NoFap and do it by willpower, you want to learn the art of sexual alchemy, which is the process that I teach to transmute that energy, to learn to open up your energy body, to recirculate that energy in a new way, then go start with the free S3X transmutation guide. I've got a routine in there for you and a whole bunch of great information, because the more you know, the more motivated you'll be and the more you'll be accountable to your own goals. And if you know that you're just ready to jump into you're like, I need the full program. I'm ready to work with you. I'm ready to get a mentor. I'm ready to do this. Then go ahead and book a free call with me. There's a short application to fill out so I can know where you're at. So when we get on a call, we're going to make the most of that time. And let me serve you. Let me help you. It was only when I got a mentor and coach that I was actually able to make this a lifestyle as opposed to something I was just watching other guys do online. So if you're ready to take that jump, go ahead and book a call, take advantage of the free resource, make a decision, take action. Don't let this just be another video you watch. Make sure you act upon it. All right, I'll see you on the next video.